Hi, dear friends. It's Monday, and I'm here with your Monday Sparkle Up. I'm so excited that you're here. This week, I'd like to talk about being a stand for yourself. So, this is a powerful practice and something that not many of us do very well. And I'd like to begin this conversation by talking about why that is. So, most of us have been conditioned from an early age to be obedient and to be responsive to other people's wants and needs. And we've become really adept at it in a lot of cases. And so, we all of a sudden wake up one day and realize that we're behaving in a way that is indebted to others, or we're making other people's happiness our responsibility. And before you know it, you are last on your own list, and that's no way to live. Even if you're second on your own list, that's no way to live. So, either way, there are things you can do, strides you can make in becoming a stand for yourself and being more of a true emanation of your heart's calling. So, that's what we're all here for, right? We're all here to shine our unique light and to be uh, an embodiment of our heart's truest calling. And it's so easy to get mixed up in doing what other people want us to do. We really like that validation. The feeling of other people being happy brings us happiness. But the trouble is, it's not all that fulfilling. And then again, at some point, you just sort of wake up and have this knowing that you're living someone else's life. You're, just operating for someone else's enjoyment. So, in an effort to bring ourselves back to a place of personal fulfillment, we're going to talk about being a stand for yourselves. So, I'd like to illustrate this point by sharing a personal story. Some of you may have noticed that I'm not teaching yoga right now, and I have decided to just take a sabbatical, a short hiatus from teaching to nurture my own personal practice, spend a little time supporting my girls as they go back to school, and attending to some details at my home. That said, when I first brought this idea up of having a short hiatus just to get some, things, loose ends tied up, my husband was not supportive at all. He said, "That's ridiculous. You need to just suck it up. You're being a baby. You're going to jack up the whole balance up there at the yoga studio. That's going to be super irritating to the teachers. Just don't do that." And for a while I listened, but as life continued to sort of pile up on me on all sides, and I was really feeling a great deal of overwhelm and not feeling as connected, engaged, or inspired about my life, I decided I was going to have to be a stand for myself. And the thing about being a stand is that it's not always easy, and it may fly in the face of what other people think you should be doing. And that's precisely what I had to do when I set a meeting to talk with Laura and ask her, would this be a possibility? Now, my fears around speaking with Laura and being an irritation and, causing trouble were all unfounded. She was completely and marvelously supportive of this idea and really wanted me to have this time for myself. Additionally, Laura Rings and Emily have been wonderful in helping to pick up my classes and give me this time away. And I'm so excited to come back to teaching. But this was really an important exercise for me to really become a stand for myself and to stand up doggedly in the face of opposition and decide what I wanted for myself and then stick with it. And so those are really the steps of practical application as it relates to being a stand for yourself. So let's review those one more time. Decide what you want and just align with that decision. And then ask for support if you need it. And then commit to your decision. Stick with it. I want to repeat that. Commit to your decision, because there's going to be a lot of reasons to back out and to, cater to someone else. And it is so disempowering to live that way. So stick to your decision and be an example of somebody being a stand for themselves to help empower other people as well. Besides, I think you're going to like the charge you get out of being a stand for yourself. So start with something small this week. It doesn't have to be something big. It can be a small way that you're going to be a stand for yourself. Something that you know that you really want, but you've not done because someone else has looked at it unfavorably or even expressed an unfavorable opinion of it. And you just go get it. You just decide, this is important to me, and it's all right for me to make decisions like this on my own behalf. This is my life, and everyone else in the world has their own life to live as well. But this one's mine, and I get to guide and direct it in the way of my choosing, but not if I'm enslaved by the judgments and opinions of other people. And so choose something small, totally be a stand for yourself, whether that means asking for a little bit of help with transportation so that you can catch an extra yoga class a week, or asking for a raise, or asking for some help around the house, whatever the case may be willing to be a stand for yourself and just notice what unfolds as a result of this practice, because it's so empowering. And I think you'll just be astonished by the charge you get at the feeling of being at the helm of your own ship. All of a sudden, possibility opens up, and you realize there's a lot more out there and available to you than you ever realized before. So I am excited to hear about your journey, and I'll be watching for your comments and responding to them personally. So let me know how this goes for you this week. If you have any questions, suggestions for me, I'm open to all of that. I'd love to hear from you. And I'd absolutely love to practice next to you at the studio. So I hope you're there this week, and I can't wait to see you next Monday again. Thank you so much.